Hey YouTuber, CJ here. This is a addendum to my gate build. I had to make some tools in order to cut the holes for the top arch. I tried cutting the top arch on my Bridgeport with my the jig I used for the other horizontal piece. I use this jig here. It's exactly 4 on center. What it does is it locates one hole to the other and allows you to center your cutter in here exactly 4 inches on center. But what happens is when you have a curve, my top arch of my gate curves, and I use this for the top arch that I got, and unfortunately my pickets would not fit in there, and I actually had to scrap that piece, so that was a major fail. So in turn, what I had to do is figure out a way to drill the holes exactly perpendicular to the existing gate assembly, and I'll show you that in a minute. So I had to find a drill chuck. First of all, I have this shaft here. The shaft is hardened ground, 1-inch shaft. It's got threaded, I guess bungs, you would say, not bungs, but threaded posts on the outside of each end, half 13. So what I did is I had to find a chuck. I had a chuck for my lathe, and I had to find the chuck that would fit the size of this. This is 3/4 shank for this 1-inch cutter that I'm going to use. So what I had to do was take this is a Jacobs 3J arbor, 3TJ arbor, or JT arbor, and an MT2 taper for my tailstock on my lathe, which the chuck fits in. It fits in the chuck like this. So what I had to do was machine another Jacobs taper, 3 taper arbor, in order for this piece to screw onto here, and then use my chuck. So what I did is I calculated the taper itself by indicating off the existing one in the lathe, finding the center. I did use Tom Lipton's tricks. He's got a great video site, great YouTube site. Tom Lipton, it's Ox Tools. I used some of his tips, as well as Mr. Pete 222, which is Tool Cane. I think everybody knows that guy. And also A-Bomb 79 had some good tricks on cutting tapers. So I culminated all their tricks and processes and used it to my benefit, and actually was able to make this piece. I also hardened this piece and tempered it. Again, Tool Cane shows how to do that on his YouTube site. This fits very nice in here. You give it a whack and it's set in there. And I also made a transfer punch that's it's also hardened. It's 60-degree taper right there with a point on it, and this is going to screw onto here, and that'll allow me to first locate the hole. This will act as a big transfer punch itself. And on the opposite side, I also machined a spud in order for my drill chuck to fit on there. It's got 3 flats I machined, and it's drilled and tapped for half 13, and this is also hardened as well. So in the next video, I'll probably show how I'm going to cut the new piece, the new holes in the new piece for the pickets. Again, the whole picket setup was a major fail, but hopefully by making these tools and adapters, I'll be able to successfully get a decent hole that will fit my pickets perpendicularly, perfect from the horizontal piece that I have. Once you see it in the next video, you'll see what I mean. But I just want to show you some tools that I made. I'm not a machinist. I have no idea. I'm not a professional machinist at all. Again, I have no idea on a lot of processes that exist, but I'm able to learn and pick it up and actually use some books. The Machinery Handbook is a great tool as well. It gives the degrees as well as some specific measurements as well. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and also go to my Instagram site. It's TJS Performance. Thanks for watching.